Some games just have such a bad reputation. It's almost like you have to see it for yourself, right? It's the old train wreck theory. Sure, there's a body sliced in half, and an abhorrent display of flesh and human sinew hanging from the trees like Christmas lights, but you still look, don't you? When it comes to Crazy Hunter, I mean, you're watching this, aren't you? So Crazy Hunter was released to DSiWare in 2012, and basically it's like an on-rails boating game. You steer the boat as it floats upstream. You try to slam into these floating towers that have goats standing on top. Evidently, the crocodile driving the boat wants these golden eggs or something that come from hens in the sky. So obviously he has to collect goats. From there, things start to make less sense. So the story is absolutely ridiculous, but I kind of like that. What I like less is the gameplay, which is just a disaster. If you've played Zombiescape, you know that game had terrible steering. But what's crazy is that it's a noticeable improvement over Crazy Hunter. This is incredibly slow. It's literally like you're steering the Titanic. And as you're playing, you'll be hoping for an iceberg. But the weird thing is, like, once in a while, the steering gets really responsive for like a second. So that means, because you're always overcompensating for the bad steering, you end up flying off your course when the steering decides to be responsive. And that's a problem because if you miss one goat tower, you're generally screwed. In fact, that's actually the biggest problem with Crazy Hunter. It's pretty unforgiving with its difficulty. Your boat is constantly running out of gas, and the goat towers are the only source of fuel. But it drains so fast, you can't afford to miss a single goat. That's a real problem for a game with such bad controls. Crazy Hunter just doesn't make much sense. It's even less fun than logical. You have to replay the same level over and over because they're split into parts. You have to fish the goats out of the water after you knock them in. And listen, this game wouldn't be fun with nice short levels. Replaying them over and over, that's an astounding proposition. In fact, it's kind of crazy. So I guess, if nothing else, Crazy Hunter is aptly named.